My fault there about the bad intro. I clicked it twice. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football United TV, where I'm joined by my good friends Chris Paul, Stephen, Talk MU, Charlie, and of course, Brazilian Charlie, Marley. Chilling. How is everybody doing?
I'm good, mate.
Good.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, we're good. I'm good.
We're doing good. I'm just to say.
I'll tell you how good I am.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say one thing about your intro.
Yeah.
Hold on. Don't jump the gun because that might be about to change. Okay.
Oh, that's what I call
Say
a
no more.
spoiler.
Say no more.
Again.
You did it right.
Yes, that was smooth.
We're here today to do pretty much just promo, have a chat, have a bit of a laugh. There's no real topics. It's the Football United Airways brand new show that will come in next Monday, where me and Charlie will be hosting it, and we'll be travelling around Europe and many other countries talking about leagues and positionings and results and players. And Charlie, fill us in a little bit more about it. I mean, excited about this, bro?
Yeah, I'm very excited, man. I'm very excited. I don't see a lot of people talking about other leagues. You know, there's a very big focus on. People talk a lot about the Big Five, but there's a big focus on the Premier League. And in addition to talking about the other four like great leagues in the world, we're also going to be talking about Brazilian football, which is always important. Portuguese football, Dutch. Like I'm very excited, and hope to have you guys join us.
Yeah, guys. Who do you like? Like, I mean, let's talk outside of the Premier League. Like, let's talk about Europe. Let's talk about South American teams, the Mexican League, MLS, Japanese League. I think I even saw in the Japanese League, was it Iniesta is in the Japanese League right now?
Yeah.
Pairing things up. There's a lot of things going on around there. Like, what do you think, guys? Let's ask Stephen first, because we were on his show just recently. Go check out S Feetly TV as well, and go raise awareness and give money to liver awareness as well, because it's really important. But Stephen, other than that importance, football leagues around the world, bro, like anything you're catching up with, like
I've always tried to keep an eye on growing up watching Barcelona.
Yeah,
for example, because I remember like growing up watching the football we played, it was very similar to Barcelona, and I love that sort of free-flowing attacking football. And yeah, for me, La Liga, it's always been, I always had a passion for Barcelona. Bundesliga, I'm more Dortmund than actually Bayern Munich, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
I'm more Dortmund than Bayern Munich. Don't know why, but and Italy.
I didn't mean to put that. But
Intermission, folks.
Italy, I didn't mean to do.
I'm just gonna do it to you later. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, but in terms of like other leagues, I try and keep an eye on, especially like if you're gonna get sort of a Martinelli from Brazil for about £8 million, you do keep an eye on them on other leagues, but obviously main focus being obviously the Premier League, and then other sort of teams get other European football gets involved because of the transfer market and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my opinion on it anyway.
What about you, Charlie? Dugout Daily. What are you saying on it, man? Do you watch a lot of like football outside of the Premier League and other countries? I know a lot of people don't, and it's hard to be able to keep your eyes on what's going on around the world in football. But is there anything that sort of takes your particulars?
I've always kept my eye on the Championship, to be fair. I watch quite a lot of Championship football. And also La Liga, I've always had a soft spot for Barcelona, especially.
It's all Barcelona tonight, isn't it? Who in the Championship, though, Charlie? Who's your team?
Well, I've got family who support Preston, so Okay.
Oh, Preston. Joking. Preston North End have got a good history. They've had some decent players back in the past as well, haven't they, Preston?
The last
Yeah.
team to go unbeaten in the season
Why not?
Yeah, first ever.
back in the 1800s.
So it's like a Northern Arsenal then, is that what you're saying?
I won't go that far.
What about you, Chris Paul? Like, you know, your experiences of like worldwide football. I mean, can you tell us anything about
I love football in general. I watch football all around the world. But outside of Europe, my favorite league is the Uruguayan League and the Brazilian League.
Tell us
Club
about the
Nacional.
Uruguay. Tell us about the
Club
Uruguay.
Naci- yeah, Club Nacional is my favorite team, and we are Banter FC now. Even though we're the most successful club in Uruguay, we let Liverpool win the title in Uruguay. I don't even know how that's possible, but somehow we did.
There's a club called Liverpool in Uruguay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, they have links of trade with the actual Liverpool in England, so that's why they were.
I don't know. Maybe it's actually Klopp taking a secret flight over to Uruguay because he knew that's the only trophy he's going to win.
That's his next job after he gets sacked.
You know, there's an Arsenal in Argentina, actually.
Oh wait.
Sarandí.
Klopp has more Champions League finals than Man City, so I think he speaks for itself.
He's got more Champions Leagues as well.
Yeah, not even.
Only talk about competitions you'll actually be in next season.
Fuck.
I mean, what's the point of being in the competition if you never win it?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that a lot.
What about you, Talk, mate? What about your experiences of outside the Premier League? Like, any leagues you take an interest of? We might not.
I don't know how old you are, Matt, but do you remember the Italian league on Sundays on channel? Was it on Channel 4? It used to be on Channel 4. Do you remember?
Go Lazio!
Yeah. So at the Italian league, I used to watch that like religiously. If I was out with mates and all the rest of it, it'd be like, right, see ya. They're like, well, where are you going? I'm like, we've got to watch football. You know what I mean? So the Italian league.
Batistuta for Fiorentina. Yeah,
and actually, I've my partner's family. They've got a place over in Italy, just outside Turin, and her cousin Giuliano. He took us once. He said, "Oh, because he knew I told him about like football and talking about Juventus and all the rest of it." And he said, "That right, I've got a surprise for you." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So we got in his car. He's driving us around these little villages and stuff, and we just ended up in this like the most picturesque, beautiful little spot you can imagine. And what was right in the middle of all these trees in the middle of nowhere, this pristine, and I mean pristine, training pitch with a nice fence around it. And I was like, whoa, what shit was this? Obviously with interpretation, because I don't speak Italian. So my missus is asking him, and he said, "Oh, this is like Juventus' training ground." I was like, "You what?
Yeah.
You what?" I was like, "You get." So that was it then. Like questions galore and everything else. But
I bet you were like, "I just want to smash his hand."
Yeah, like it. But do you know what?
Yeah, go on.
There's a lot. I mean, for the when you watch other leagues, like different types of football, I've learned a lot from just watching like that, because I've got a special thing for Brazil. Even before I knew about Brazilian Charlie, I've always had a special thing for Brazil, because for me, yeah, same back, mate, same back. You cannot. I said it the other night. Like Brazil is football. Brazil is football, man. It's never going to be. It's never going to be bettered. No national team or individual players. I know we've got your Messi and your Ronaldos, but look at the players from Brazil, man. Come on.
Oh my god.
Look at our Ronaldos.
Yeah, well, yeah. R9. Just on his own. I mean, R9, and for me, the best of the best. I'll have an argument with anybody until I can't speak anymore about this. the best of the best is Ronaldinho. The most skillful.
I say
the most
that- I
skillful.
say that he's
a fucking goal in the 2002 World Cup. See
Unbelievable.
that goal was crazy. Man.
Nah, fucking see.
And what about the assist for the other goal? Because it was his as well for Rivaldo's goal. That was
Shut up.
man. He was dirty. Ronaldinho was dirty, mate. And
Yeah, it was like football porn. It was like football
do you
porn,
know
wasn't
how?
it?
Do you know how old I was? Do you know, you're saying it? Do you know how old I was? I was 6 years old. You horrible human being. Right? That was horrible. It was. I was crying. Right after that, we went like it was Japan Korea, so it was early kickoff. Right, so they invited the primary school in to even have like breakfast and that, and watch the game live in the primary school. Oh mate, right? Like you upset the entire primary school. Horrible human beings. Get out of it. No,
there are
no,
more
no.
kids
I don't
to
care
be
if you won
sad
the
in
World Cup that year.
Brazil.
I don't care. No. You broke our hearts. Get out of it.
Mate, I always say that Ronaldinho has played like the best football that I've ever seen was him. Like his spell, 2.5, 3 seasons in Barcelona, that was just magic, pure magic. Never seen anything like it. I don't think he's the greatest ever because, you know, career-wise, when you talk overall, I'm even going to put Messi and Ronaldo above him, even R9 as well.
I mean, career-wise, I mean, but what I meant was in terms of physical ability. I mean, it's untouchable, man. Untouchable. Like, all you've got to do is watch that reel. There's a reel on YouTube, right, of Ronaldinho doing his tricks, and oh man, it's
like
just
Pele.
Pele. I mean, Pele, like, I mean, you have to put into context as well the time that was for Pele. But you remember that at that stage, right? It was like, do you know when Jimi Hendrix came on the scene playing guitar like he played guitar, right? That it was a similar thing when Pele turned up. Everybody's like,
I don't know. I'm not that old.
what? You can't do that with a foot, you cheeky mare. I tell you what, Sam. Me and you on the cobbles right now will have a fucking straightener.
Don't even fucking
Right?
start my life,
But
mate.
you know, people are like you can't do that with a football. You doing? You can't do that. No, don't do that. You know, it was all like stuff you've never seen before. So Pele for me
get
was
that prick out of it.
Who is he?
He abuses fucking Chris Welch all the time. Get him out of it.
Sorry, Liverpool till I die, but I stick with my friends, mate. Didn't have to go, bro. Bargav.
He comes and targets Chris Welch because
Hello, Bargav.
Chris,
Hey,
we're with Chris on this, man.
yeah, Chris Welch.
Come in, Chris, if you're there, man. If you're able to, bro. Bargav says hi, guys. I've tried to invite him in. He says Yannick Balassi and Zaha are the few in the Prem. Do you agree with that?
Zaha's missed his opportunity.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
No,
I do.
Bolasie
no,
is just
no.
skillful. He doesn't have any other aspect to his game.
No. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you for why. I think for why because I think Zaha is. Do you know what? You can get tired mentally, can't you? And you get tired physically, right? Zaha has still got a lot to prove in his head, and it's stored. It's like a battery, in my opinion. And he will, when he gets the opportunity at another club, which hopefully he will. Not that I'm not saying that I don't think he's.
You've had Man United, you've had Arsenal, you've had all sorts of clubs go at him, right?
Yeah.
And he's not really like bashed down the door with Roy Hodgson and gone, no, this is not fair. I want to be gone, right?
Well,
it's the fact that he
I know.
really he actually probably believes that the value they're putting on him, that's what he's worth. And I don't think he's worth actually that much. And two,
No.
Again, it's like Gareth Bale, for example, stood out for Real Madrid, but then he stood out for Tottenham. His first season at Real Madrid was terrible. So
yeah, you've got to adjust. You've got to adjust. You adjust. Some players don't need time. Some players do. But I think in Zaha's case, I think he's, like I say, if he does get one more move, right, to a bigger club in the Prem, I think he's going to do bits. I really do. Just because he is a great player. There's no doubt about
that. But talking outside the Premier League, because we want to try and keep this talk outside of the Prem. Do you think that it would be someone that like Bayern Munich or Dortmund might look at, seeing as they take a lot of players from England at the moment? And or could he go somewhere else in Europe? Do you think Italy might take him? You see the amount of players that have gone to Italy in the last few years that have been English as well, like Ramsey's gone there. Hasn't done well, of course, but
Bundesliga as well.
What league would his style of play suit? Because he's quite quick still.
He would do
Bundesliga.
well in the Bundesliga,
Yeah,
Mm.
I think so
Bundesliga.
too.
but I don't see him leaving Crystal Palace anytime soon. He says he's leaving all the time, but I don't think he'll leave in the end.
Yeah, but I think his
Yeah.
contract is probably up in like 1.5 season, isn't it?
Mm.
I would
Wait,
assume.
let me
so.
check that.
He hasn't renewed in a while.
Liverpool till I die. Look, we love Chris, mate, and he's not. He's a Liverpool supporter. I'm not even going to put up a comment, but you can try and carry doing that, mate. That's fine.
Tell him just no. That's another account. Get him to piss off. I don't want him here. Fuck off.
You're gone, mate.
Right? Chris Watch has had enough problems to deal with. Get him out of it. Fuck off.
Oh, Zaha's contract expires in 2023.
All right.
Yeah.
So 2.5 seasons then. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
But he
that's
wants
still
to
a
move.
while.
He needs a move before then, doesn't he? He needs to engineer a move this summer, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
And do you know
how much do you think a team would pay for him right now?
He's worth, in my opinion, he's
I
worth
won't
30,
imagine
35.
much. He's 30. No,
35.
less than that.
Very tops. Not 80.
What?
It's 50.
Yeah, he won't go. He won't go for much money. He's going to be
No.
30 by the time his contract expires. He's not. He's not going to
If
go
it's
for much.
if it's this summer, you've got to be looking at 30, 35, maybe 40.
Yeah, if it's this summer, 30, 35. That's what I think.
Are you challenging people on the comments right now for a game of FIFA?
Okay.
No. That Bargav's
No.
thinking he's
And
gonna ruin
also,
the F1
let's
in
talk
five- in
outside the
6
Premier
weeks.
League.
Yeah, the
You're
point
trying
is not
to do
talking.
that. So, Chris, tell us about another league. You said about the Uruguayan league that you watch. What
No,
other league?
I want to talk to Charlie about the Brazilian league, which
Go
is the
for it.
best
Yeah.
South
Yeah.
American league.
Ooh, okay, go.
How do you feel Flamengo winning the Serie A?
That was bull crap. That was bull crap. Like Fluminense was, just to explain to you guys quickly. Fluminense finished 5th, right? Like the three, supposedly the first 3, they go straight to the group stage in Libertadores, but because Brazil had the champion of Libertadores was a Brazilian team, so 4th as well went straight to the group stage, and because Palmeiras also won the Brazilian Cup, 5th place also got it. But in the very last round, Fluminense was playing an important team and Flamengo was playing an important team. Flamengo, if Flamengo lost, it was okay. I assumed it would be okay because they would lose the title. And I don't care about anything else because I hate Flamengo. But they found a way to lose the game, not help Fluminense out because they were playing 4th place. So they lost, won the league, and screwed us at the same time.
I feel
was-
bad
it was
for
bull crap.
Internacional. It's been. I think the last title was in the 70s. Their small
Yeah.
period of dominance. I wanted them to win
Yeah.
so bad, but
Internacional, mate. That's actually for some weird reason. That's the team that my fiance supports because she's not from the South, so she shouldn't, but she does. And they're the only team in Brazil that pulled off an Arsenal. They won. They were invincible in a season. I think it was back in the 70s. But now they have a lot of success internationally, but in the Brazilian league, they never quite get there. They're always fighting for the title, but they never win it.
I think they lost by 1 point.
Yeah, I think that was it. They messed it up in the end, mate. It was
Yeah.
theirs to win. It was theirs to win.
They bottled it.
Chris says, and I'm with Chris.
Well said, Chris.
Well done, Chris, mate. We did block him out. I just wanted to make sure that was someone that we were not cool with, and we're not. Get out. Ignore that Muppet in the comments. I seem to be living in his head rent-free, people like him, except I believe Liverpool and Carlisle. Liverpool is in my family. Carlisle, my local team, so he can do one, and he has done one because we made him do one. Big up, Chris. Big
Yeah,
up, Chris.
he's not welcome anywhere near us.
Come on if you want. So we're talking about Brazilian football here, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're talking about Brazilian football.
Who's the best Brazilian player right now on the face of the earth?
Neymar.
Yeah.
Really?
In the Brazilian league would be more less known to us.
No,
at
yeah,
least.
no. In the Brazilian league, like one of the
Which-
best players
hang
right
on,
now is actually
which-
from Uruguay, Arrascaeta. But yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple to compete for that.
Which
Gabriel
spot.
Barbosa good.
Gabriel Barbosa. Yeah, I don't think he plays in here anymore.
Yeah.
Oh no, Gabigol. That's Gabigol, dude. I'm sorry. It's just we call him by his nickname, Gabriel Barbosa. He's actually quite young. Yeah, he plays for Flamengo. He's good. I think he's a little overrated, but he's good. He's good. He definitely has he has the skills to play in better leagues than Brazilian league.
What would you say is the best potential Brazilian, like young up and coming Brazilian player?
Nate, Fluminense's academy right now is just pure fire. Like technically the best, at least one of the best under 17 players in the world is Kaique. He's probably going to Man City. Man City are getting him and Machinho, which are two very promising kids. But those are kids, though. They haven't played at the biggest stage.
Yeah, what I'm saying is already there at the biggest
Yeah.
stage, but it's got the potential.
Vinicius Junior.
for example.
Yeah,
I
say.
want to see Gabriel Menino. I love Gabriel Menino. I've watched hours of highlight reels. I love him. I want him to sign for a European club.
Yeah,
He's
a
linked
baller.
with Tottenham.
Yeah, he's one of the players that's the most ready for Europe, and with chances of shining brightly. There's him. There's Matheus Henrique at Grêmio. There's another very good central player, Gerson from Flamengo. I don't know if I've shown you guys some clips, but he's phenomenal as well. He flopped in Italy though. He has played in Europe before, and he didn't work out. And the player he's considered the most promising because he's the most valuable player in Brazil. That's Gabriel as well. Veron. He also plays for Palmeiras.
Gabriel
but
Menino, under 17 World Cup player of the tournament. I remember.
Yeah, but he didn't have as that great of a season this past season. But he's phenomenal and
sorry, Ads is in the background. Ads is in the background, Matt.
Bring ads in. Before we continue, please do smash the like button.
Really helps us.
Makes my eyes water. Makes my eyes water.
It's at the end where he goes, really helps us out.
And bro, we're talking about outside of Europe, leagues and teams and players. Is there anyone that catches your eye or?
There are a few teams, but I mean, it's just before I talk about the teams, I just want to say I don't know what it is. It's like there's a really big difference with when you look at our league. Obviously, you look at the big teams. You look at Arsenal, you look at Manchester United. There's a significant difference between our teams compared to all these other teams. Arsenal might play bad, yeah, but some of the football these outside teams play is shocking. It really is shocking, and it's just a shame because it used to be a sport for all, and just be kind of like a team game for all the teams in the world. But it's just a little bit weird now, man. It's just not the same. But yeah, no, there's a few teams I look at. I don't know, man. There's there's MLS teams. There's that team LA Galaxy. They have a few players in the run for potentially joining the Premier League.
Chikorito, didn't they? Ads, right?
Yeah. They have a few people going, potentially even coming to the Premier League next season. I've been reading. I know this isn't out of Europe, but Tammy Abraham might be in a run to join AC Milan next season. Leipzig,
Oh, he should go to
and-
Leipzig. He should go to Leipzig. For sure.
I think personally, if he goes to Leipzig, then yeah, that's like a really good spot field. But Tammy Abraham and Ibrahimovic in the same lineup would be pretty good. So, I mean, two tall competitors, two tall athletes, and one is maybe Tammy Abraham needs a bit of toughening up a bit. Maybe he might gain a bit of weight during the season when the season ends, and potentially might need to move to Milan. But who knows?
Well, I was going to say, isn't
Sorry,
Tomori there as well?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Matt. Can I just have to come in? I'm gonna have to go. I need to get some sleep, and I'm really tired.
No, Stephen, that's cool.
But thanks for guys having us on. Big up, everyone. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Give Matt support. Right, as well as go and subscribe to SVD TV, as well as everyone else's channels as well. Go and give them a subscribe and a like. Do it now.
Cheers, Stephen. Thank you very much, mate.
In a bit, mate.
You, buddy.
Worries. See ya.
I wanted to say, you said about AC Milan. Didn't Tomori go there as well from Chelsea?
Yeah. He went. Yeah, he went there, and he's doing okay. But and then I see people gassing up midfielders like Kessie. They're like saying that they're better than Fred and shit, but they're not. He's not better than Fred. If he was better than Fred, then he'd be fucking shining like way before he even came into contact with Manchester United. That's facts.
Wait,
You don't
who are you talking
Kessie's
about?
a fucking baller, man. Man,
He's
Kessie's a
not, he's
baller.
not better. I'm sorry. He's not better than Fred. Sorry, he just isn't.
Yo, Fred's been playing really well, mate. You know, I think that. But Kessie this season, a lot of people say Ibrahimovic is the best player in that team. I think Kessie is.
He is the best player.
Been
He
playing
is
really well. He's been playing
He
really
is so
well,
good.
and I actually like his partner as well, mate. I didn't know the guy, but they're a good partnership, mate. They're a good
I'm not saying he's bad.
partnership.
I just don't think that he's worlds better than Fred. You can't be worlds better than a player when someone does something so great consistently in the league. They're like the best fucking champion, like the hardest league in the world. How do you break up play consistently and say this guy is better than you? Like simply just for me, it's not
Kessie's
true.
been doing amazing in the Serie A as well.
He's
Yeah, I'm
13.
not denying that. I'm not denying that. But like, if Fred is so bad, then people should be looking at this season and saying, "Wow, Fred's actually a really good player." Because
Yeah, no, they should.
I said, I watched him at Shakhtar, and I'll say this to you right now. Maybe as a player, he's not worth 50 million. I don't think he is now. But back then, it was understandable as to why he was scoring fucking goals for fun, getting assists for fun, breaking up the play so easily. Man City wanted his signature. Pep. Jose Mourinho wanted the signature. We signed him 50 million. He's worth 25 now. He's worth 30 mil for me maximum now. That's only because of his age and he's getting older. But he's one of those players who can go on for years if they really wanted to.
I agree.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Would you agree with that, Chris?
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. Obviously, Fred has had a very good season, except for the last game. But Kessie is, in my opinion, he's fucking amazing. He is. I mean, he gets overlooked because he plays in the Serie A, but he is amazing. I watched the Serie A. He is absolutely good. He's phenomenal. One of the best midfielders in the Serie A.
You watch
right now in the world, he's been playing really, really well. Like he's doing what Partey should be doing for us right now, but he hasn't had the opportunity yet.
What do you make of that ads there from Chris Welch?
Yeah, that's true. It's all true. Like, I'm just gonna say this right now. Early on, people might not rate Maguire. But at the same time, you need to understand it's a Maguire, Fred, Bruno, Rashford, Wan-Bissaka were all of our best players at the start of the season. Down the line, Bruno has been poor, Rashford has been poor, Fred has been poor. Maguire has actually been pretty good. Wan-Bissaka hasn't. He's found form again, but I can't believe people say McTominay is actually better than Fred. I don't know how. How is that even possible? How? I don't get it. McTominay will never be better than Fred. The reason why he's not better than Fred.
McTominay is not a very technically gifted player. He's just a running
don't forget
down the pitch.
Don't forget that Scotty McTominay started as a striker. That's the only advantage he has on Fred, in my opinion. He started as a striker.
Let's have a round. We can solve that straight away. if we ask everybody who would you pick if you had to pick one of the two? Let's start with you, Talk. Would you pick Fred over McTominay?
Would I pick Fred over McTominay? Oh. Fucking hell, man. That's hard. I wasn't expecting you to say that. I thought you were going to say, would you pick Fred over the other guy you was talking about?
Say Fred. I thought you were going to say Fred.
No, because it's not as simple as that.
Tony's one of our own, but Fred's just a better player. That's a problem.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's just I'm thinking, right? Who does the better role? Who does the better job? Who gets the most goals as it stands at the moment?
Goals don't matter. Come on.
Yes, well, yeah, but it helps. It helps just keep moving forward and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to probably, if I had to pick a player to start, then I would have to pick. I'd have to pick Fred. Just
Charlie?
simply because.
Yeah, go on. No, go on. You got to say a reason now.
Yeah, just simply because of his industry. He reminds me like a Darren Fletcher or a Ji-sung Park. He's just all over the place. He's on it. I want that ball. I want it. He's tenacious and all right. I know some of his passing can be wayward at times, but I do think it's unfair the way he's being called out at the moment because of one mistake. We all, it's not just him. The whole team at times it plays poor, and you're just like, wait, come on, lads, where's the fucking consistency here? What do you mean? Pick it up, man. Pick it up. So, that's it. That's about it, really.
What about you, Marley? Is Fred respected as an international player in Brazil?
No, not whatsoever. But you know what? I think Ads deserves some merit in there. He showed me that Fred's doing okay, and I like watching him. Yes, I think Fred's really there's nothing too special about Fred. Yeah, I think he keeps it simple, but doing that well, it's what's required from his position, right? I think there are better players in Brazil. I've told Ads that, and if Fred playing well is like Ali's merits, if he went shopping in Brazil, he could find some jams in there for sure. But yeah, the reason why Fred's not really well liked in Brazil is not even he hasn't played enough for Brazil for us to dislike him. It's just that we know that he played a World Cup just so that he could play for United. Otherwise, he wouldn't get a visa. So it's we don't like that, He's I don't think he ever reached that level to play for. I mean, we've had some crap players for Brazil as well, of course, as any other team, but he's when you think about Brazilian national team, you think about a little better than Fred.
I think Fred.
But I'd pick him over McTominay, though. I'd pick him over McTominay. Yes.
If we got a DM, if we got an out quality DM, I think Fred transforms everybody's opinion and his own. He will then show what he's truly got. I think he does that. I think
I'll get onto that now. Right. Listen, this guy has got better after every season. Simple as he's got better after every season. First season at United was shit. Didn't get the game time. That's like I said. He needs game time to develop at Man United. Last season, fucking did sick. Every game he played, passing was accurate, did well, won the ball back pretty well, skilled up a few players. This season, been even better. I know, and the reason why he's been better, a lot of people say he hasn't because he's been a little bit off since February, mid-February, but that's what happens with players. If we're going to say Bruno has been better than last season, the same applies to Fred, because I think Fred was better than Bruno at the start of the season, if I'm going to be honest with you. And that's not me overrating him. I just think, because just because you have a better season than a player does not mean you're necessarily better. But what Fred brings to the team consistently, he might have a bad game, but he's sacrificing himself by bringing all that energy to the midfield, whether he has a good game or not. But that energy is always there, whether he has a good game, whether his passes are accurate or not. Yesterday was the first time any of his passes have cost us a goal, and that's a fact. Look at the stats. First ever pass from him has been backwards and cost us a goal. He's never made a pass that has cost us a goal before. The only time he ever did it was next to Andreas Pereira, who's never going to be on Fred's level. Send him to Brazil.
I want to ask Charlie City. I mean, obviously, you're hearing Fred. You had someone like Fernandinho. What was he like compared to Fred? Like in your respects as a Man City fan.
Fernandinho's a City legend, and I think he's miles better than Fred.
Would you not agree with that? I mean, maybe Charlie would be the first person.
You know what? You know what? I wouldn't say he's way better than Fred, but when you do leave a legacy at a club, and your career at that club has nearly ended, and you're still going, then yeah, maybe that's the case. But Fred hasn't reached that age yet, so who knows? And Fred even said the other week he wants to leave a legacy. He doesn't want to be a legend at United, but he wants to leave a mark and a legacy, which is a quote, and it actually confirms for Manchester United that he actually said that. So if he wants to do that, then cool. I think he will be able to do that. But all I'm going to say is, for that to happen, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to be his manager, because Ole has built this guy's confidence up so much.
Definitely.
Pretty much.
But
Also,
also,
Henderson yet.
Also,
yeah.
don't forget that you're talking about Fernandinho, but Fernandinho had a lot of other really, really quality players around him. Now, for Fred, we know we've got issues in our team. You know, there's problems in different positions that we need to get solved in order to give Ollie the best possible chance of carrying out his plan of using this 4-2-3-1 to its best ability. Because, I mean, not a lot of people are aware of the fact that 4-2-3-1 is an attacking formation. A lot of people think it's defensive, but it's not. It's an attacking formation. It gives you the ability to press in numbers all over the pitch because your backline presses up. You know, done.
Just imagine if Scott McTominay wasn't even on our team. Just imagine we get a quality DM. That DM, Fred and Bruno, brilliant. And DD Fred and Bruno would be a fucking world class midfield. World class midfield. But
and on top of that,
McTominay's sadly just gonna always be there to fucking like take Fred's spot. It's just it pisses me off because listen, if Fred was English, everyone would be gassing it up. Facts. Declan Rice is not a better player. Declan Rice is a better DM than Fred and McTominay combined as well, but a better player, no. I'm sorry.
No.
When Fred finds his consistency with his passing is some of the best I've ever seen. Literally, in this decade, the past 2 decades. I'm gonna be honest. It's actually really good. Like that I remember, the Spurs game where we beat them 2-1 when he was part of that game last season. Brilliant passing, got past Sissoko, actually nutmegged him and got a pass. Skilled De Bruyne this season with ease, spun him. Absolutely fucking spun him. Who's doing that? Is McTominay doing that? No. Is Paul Pogba? Paul Pogba did actually do that, but is Bruno Fernandes going to do that? He's not doing. He didn't do that on that day. All that matters is Fred did that on that day.
If we could just cut in then. So going outside of Manchester United, we bought Fred in from Shakhtar Donetsk, and he did so well in the Ukrainian League and the Champions League. What's the difference? Why is he? He seems to be an attacking sort of player for Shakhtar, but not for Man United.
Can I just say one thing before Charlie chips in? Can I just say one thing? Yeah, I think on his day, Fred is a top class player. Just saying. I think he is top class. I don't think he's world class. But how can anyone sit here and say that, Scott McTominay, Declan Rice are all better than him? The reason why people think they're better than him is because, one, they hold a reputation due to them being English, and two, they can actually fucking, get into these good teams. But Declan Rice, for me, is not fucking Manchester United material. I think he would be at Manchester United for like a year and then get fucking sold because I just don't like him. I don't like him as a player. I think he's a decent player outside of football. Lovely guy. Done a lot for fucking kids. But I don't care. He's not better than Fred. He's not.
I think Declan Rice is overrated myself.
Yeah, I do. It was the West Ham game, I think, where Fred, was my man of the match against West Ham. Don't know whether you agree with that or not, but he was amazing for Man United on that game recently. So I think it's unfair criticism from Fred. He's coming to a new league. He came into Man United at a very difficult time. Let's put it that way. He was the player to try and make them be league winners. Apparently, in that summer transfer, and you kind of think like, no, that's not going to happen at all. But
Just trying to say though, Matt. Fred is a winner. He's won 3 Turkish trophies. He's won 3 Turkish trophies.
Turkish?
The guy, the
No,
guy,
no,
yeah,
Turkish.
Ukrainian.
Yeah,
Ukrainian. Sorry.
Sounds
Yeah, no.
Turkish.
That's what happens when you spend time with Jem. You just talk about Turkey. That's very strong. But no, he's won 3 Ukrainian trophies and been the key part of every team. Like this guy has played as a DM. When he hasn't played as a DM, he plays better. Simple as. I don't know what it is. It's just at Manchester United, he just runs around. Like the Leicester game, 2-2, probably would have been 3-2. Oh, sorry, 3-1 if Fred wasn't on that pitch. He was stealing the ball from everyone. He was all around the pitch. Chelsea 2-0 last season, everywhere. Like the guy is just top class on his day. And the reason why he has a bad reputation is because he's Brazilian and his passing is inconsistent. This is the problem I have. But when McTominay does it, it's because he's either too tall or his boots are fucking stocked. Like,
Yo,
What do you
guys.
Go on, Charlie.
I mean, I was just like respectfully trying to move away from the Premier League. I have a if you guys don't mind, I say we go around some countries. I want to ask you guys if there's any team in there that you sympathize a little more. If you're in the chats, you can participate as well. Tell us your answers. I want to see if I can find some non-mainstream answers. Like if everyone keeps saying Barcelona, it's a little boring, guys. Come on, get creative. Spain.
Marseille.
I love the Dutch league. It's for those youth academies are stacked for players for days. There's upcoming left backs. Owen Wijnaldum. These youth academies are really good. Like they're way better than English academies as well.
Is there a team in there that you like a little more?
Eindhoven. I love Eindhoven. Because there's one player I love from Eindhoven. His name is Daniel Malin. He's
Arsenal Academy, right?
Yeah. Arsenal Academy reject, but he's developed so much as a player at Eindhoven.
Yeah. He's good, man. He's a beast. What about
he is a beast.
It's the total football mentality in it in the Dutch league. Yeah. It's total football. And that for me is like them two words together is I know is like that's what it should be everywhere is total football. If you want to be the best at something, it has to be total football, man. End of.
Charlie the Third, you want to say something?
I just have one point on the Fred and McTominay thing. I think they're two completely different players, and I think Fred would be better in a one-man midfield, but McTominay's better in a two-man where he can get someone supporting with him.
Okay.
Really helps us out.
Okay. Takemu, you said you like Marseille in France. Sorry, stuttered there.
Yeah, the Marseille. Because obviously my partner is half French and her mum's from Marseille.
Okay.
And,
Marseille are currently in the mud. They're horribly run.
I know that. And they've struggled for a while, to be fair. And they are a massive club.
I think Jorge Sampaoli is decent, but I don't think he has much European experience. That's why I don't think he's been... Didn't you guys lost 3-0 to Nice yesterday, I think. Saturday, not yesterday. My bad.
You guys.
Okay, Marseille.
Merci beaucoup.
Can I just say something quickly? Can I just share my screen, Matt? If that's all right.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. All right. Right. Here we go. All right. There we go. Actually, I'm trying to share it. Yeah. Okay. Right. Fred has won 10 trophies in his whole career as a player, right? He's won 10 trophies, yeah? Mm-hmm. I am expecting to see that turn to 12. I'm expecting to see that turn to 11 this season. One Europa League. He's also won 3 league titles, 3 Ukrainian I keep stuttering, sorry guys. 3 league titles, 3 Ukrainian Cups, and 4 Ukrainian Super Cups. So that is pretty much like their Champions League in Ukraine because I actually used to watch Fred at Shakhtar. So when he came into the club, I was actually gassed. I was actually fucking gassed. And I've watched all the DVDs. Listen, Fred is just when on his day he's a different level. Facts. I don't care what anyone says. He's a different level to people, and simple as people need to just admit on his day he's one of the best midfielders in the league. He is. It's simple as you can't be top class and not be one of the best. He's not top 10. He's not top 15. He's not top 20. He's around top 40. Top 40 on his day. He's that good. But the thing I'm trying to say is, I hate how he's fucking compared to people like Billy Gilmore and fucking Jorginho. Like Jorginho is shit. He's so bad. Everyone says, "Oh, Fred. What does he do? Yeah, what does Jorginho do? I'm gonna fucking cry for fouls." Like, look, how many trophies has Manchester United won? What number is Fred? 17. We already knew this. He's won a lot. He's won a lot at the end of the day, and he's a good player. And this is I'll back him to the death. Just like Troops will with Aubameyang. If I were to ever meet Fred and go to the stands again, I will actually get a picture of Fred and say, because I know Portuguese, so yeah.
Don't say it while Charlie's in here. He'll test you.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna be very judgy. Yeah.
So you, Chris, what was you talking about as well? Like you love the Dutch league, like, and do you like the Portuguese league? Talking about Portugal,
obviously. Steven had this guest recently on his channel. I think Cristiano Oliveira, if I'm not wrong. It was very interesting. Yeah, I don't know Portuguese. I learned more about the Portuguese league. It's actually pretty interesting. The rivalry between the top 3 teams in Portugal. It's pretty interesting. I mean, people should look out of the top 5 leagues. I mean, the football, the style of play is definitely unique to the country. I mean, the quality might not be there, but it's definitely fun to watch. And you can see lots of youth prospects as well.
I'm one of the only people to have seen the first ever midday game in any Portugal league since they've ever started. I was one of those people, man. I'm so proud of that as well. You know what I mean? They never have like a midday game because it's so bloody hot out there. And I went out there to watch Sporting Lisbon versus Belenense, and they lost 3-1. But it was the first ever midday game in the Portuguese league, and all the locals was like, "How's this feel for you?" They're like, "I've never been up this early to watch a football game in my life." And it was only a 11:30 kickoff. You get that in the league all the time, and they were like, "I've never been up this early ever to go and watch a game." It's always at night, and they've never done it during the day. That was the first daytime league game that I've ever been to, and they lost. The Portuguese league is great. Porto's a great club as well. You've seen how they knocked out Juventus, in the Champions League. Like, you never underestimate these.
Talking about the Portuguese league, there's an interesting thing going on there. Sporting Lisbon are probably going to win their first title in 10 years, since Porto and Benfica bottled it. Wow. And they're unbeaten. and apparently this Ruben Amorim, the coach there, apparently he was a former player. This is his first season, I think, as a manager, and he's unbeaten in the league. That was something really cool I saw.
That's really dope. Sporting has an amazing academy, right? Just from the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes, you can say that. Yeah, 92. Portugal, like that's a cool league for Brazilians, because usually when a player leaves, it's changing now. Like, they're rating Brazil more and more, rightfully so. They should, but generally, if a player is great, he's gonna go to the bigger clubs. The big Italian clubs, the big Spanish clubs, French, and so on. But if they're almost great, in general, they're going to end up in Portugal or at Shakhtar, actually. Shakhtar has loads of Brazilians. Like, more than half their starting lineup.
They love Brazilians at Shakhtar.
They love it. And yeah, Portugal has a bunch of them too. And like in every single club, like they go raid the second division, all of that. It's a big, like, it's that stage where you're trying to get into the main
And-
leagues, you know. So,
And if you
big
guys want an
transition.
interesting story, while I was doing research about the Portuguese league, is that do you know when Eusebio was at Benfica in the 60s, and
When
Benfica
Eusebio?
were
Yeah.
dominating
Eusebio.
Europe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eusebio.
He was like Pele's rival back in the day. Those were the
Mhm.
two best players in the world. Yeah.
So basically, there's a story about the curse of Bela Gutmann. Okay, so Bela Gutmann was the manager of Benfica at the time in 61 and 62 when they won the Champions League, beating Real Madrid after 5 years of consecutively winning it at Madrid, and it was a big thing at the time. And what's fun is that Bela Gutmann wanted a pay raise, and the board didn't get that to him, and apparently, Bela Gutmann said that your club is going to be cursed for 100 years and you will not win a European trophy. And even with all these, they went to the 1963 final in which the player got red carded, and then one of the players got injured. At the time, there weren't no substitutes in the final, so they got battered. So since then, they have gone to, if you remember the 2012 Europa League final, they lost in the 92nd minute to a header from Chelsea's, I forgot who it was. They've been bottling European finals ever since. And apparently in the 1990 UCL, Eusebio went to pray to Bela Gutmann's grave. It's a really cool story.
That is really
Portuguese
dope.
football. I love Portuguese football now. It's really entertaining. And
It's
the
cool,
youth
man. You
academies are
get a
great.
lot of knowledge from a lot of places. That's really cool. You don't find a lot of people like that take interest in so many different homes of football, you know.
I mean, I mean, what I don't like about these days is the focus on the top five leagues, and people forget that football actually happens around the world as well.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
I went on a trip to from Finland. I went to Estonia, and they had a Europa League team out there called FC Lovedad. And I was out there on my own. I was like, I want to go and watch the game. They're playing like a Premier League game on a Saturday, and I hustled my way in. I told him I was like a coach or a scout for the Premier League, and they let me in. They let me in like for a freebie because I was English. And they were like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, look, I'm on my own. Like, come on. Like, they were like, "All right, cool." And I
I
watched,
mean,
and they were a Europa League team at the time as well, so they were playing like the likes of Arsenal or whatever, and it was just
FCL
weird.
Levadia, the Estonian team.
Yes.
Oh, I know about them. I think they played in. I think the Estonian league is Liga. I butcher. I don't know any pronunciation, so I butchered all of that.
If I could just sit all day out with my telly, right, and just watch football from different leagues all day, I would be happy as Larry. But it's the time. It's having time to keep up with, like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
it's
17 and I
hard.
have nothing to do. It's my spring break.
Yeah, you're lucky, mate. So making the most of that, dude, because I'm self-employed and I have to be like, you know, I'm like Johnny on the spot, man. Boom, boom, boom. I'm always doing something.
What about you, Ads? Like any other leagues that you do take an interest in? Like,
I mean, I listen. Like I said, I only used to watch Shakhtar because of Fred, literally,
right? Okay, yeah.
and Fernandinho. But like I'm trying to
He
say,
came from Shakhtar, right?
he was at
Yeah, yeah.
Shakhtar.
Right. Yeah.
But like the thing with that is, what we usually do is just watch old clips of them now because I feel like back in like 2014 days when they were actually at the club, it used to be better than it is now at Shakhtar. Like them two are like two of the best players to have ever played at that club, literally.
Not really. There's some
And
new ballers
yeah, but bro,
in
it's not
Shakhtar.
hard. No. These new players will never beat the legacy of Fernandinho and Fred because
Oh,
no one can win 10 trophies with ease at that club. No one.
they
Well,
can. They won the Ukrainian league 10 times in a row.
Yeah, they're very dominant, mate. They're very dominant, and they're always buying players from Brazil. And that's the thing. Like Fernandinho, like he's a shelf above, but Fred, like he's a great player, but there's nothing too special about him, mate. Like a lot of Brazilians can like grow to become better players than Fred. Fred hasn't reached his ceiling yet. I'm aware of that. But the Fred we're
I
seeing right
mean,
now, yes,
I
they
mean, if you watch the Champions League, the Shakhtar Donetsk, if you watch them, Tete is very good. I think he's gonna be somewhere one day. He was he
did the
was
right back.
no, I'm talking about the attacking midfielder. Tete. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's Tete. Google it.
Yeah,
And
I know
there's
what you're talking about. Tit. Yeah.
yeah, and Mano Solomon, the Israeli winger, he's also there. He's also pretty good. He's been amazing. They're one of the best players. Those
I
are the
think he's been
two
linked
best
to
players I
Arsenal.
know.
Solomon's been
Yeah,
linked to Arsenal in the past. Yeah.
many
yeah,
players.
these two.
Arsenal.
Yes, that's very
Yeah,
true.
but these two players are those standout players who I think can reach the heights of Fred's and Fernandinho's. I mean, people, what they ignore is that the even in the top five leagues, I've seen, oh, this league's a farmers league. I hate the term. I despise the term farmers league with a passion.
I think someone said the Bundesliga was a farmers league one day. I remember that, and that was so shocking to me. I love
I
that league,
mean,
my second favorite league.
fair enough. Bayern have been winning for quite a while, but
CP, it might
how?
have been you. It might have been you.
Mhm.
Can
But
I shout out
if
Anthony? Anthony's here. Thank you so much for coming in, Anthony. I haven't seen you in a very long time, mate. I hope you're
Yo,
doing
can I share my screen?
absolutely. Where are you, mate? Where are you?
I'm gonna share it right now. I just
So,
right, like you said, Chris. Fred has not reached his height yet, but I'm sick. Right, listen, I'm just saying, fuck it right now. If I get hate for liking Fred, cool. I don't care. I'm gonna back him.
I'm
Because
with you on
you know
this.
what? A lot of people these days don't know what real football looks like. A lot of people say Matic and McTominay, but listen, Fred is better than both of them, all right? And this is what I want to see from him. This is what I want to see from him next
Can
season.
we show this?
Scoring goals, right? I was watching this game on the day, right? Watch this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dave.
It's fucking beautiful. Bang. Love that. Love
top
that.
corner.
Oh yeah,
And you know
Bernard
what?
played. Did it?
And you know what? I assure you, if he was listen, if it was a cup game and Bruno's not playing, put Fred on free kicks. Put Fred on free kicks.
But
It
mate,
might not be a bad idea.
he's so
Careful.
attacking. He's so much. He's attacking player right there. He's right there. But with Man United, he seems to be playing that central defence. Like I'm too shy to go forward. It's not his fault.
Wait,
It's
was
just
he the captain at Shakhtar? Was he the captain at Shakhtar?
Just be careful of the copyright, Matt. Copyright. Watch it.
Yeah,
Just be
yeah.
careful,
No,
man.
it's not copyright if there's no volume.
it's well old. It's well old. It's well old. They don't count, does it? If it's highlights from years ago, yeah. Apparently, it's cool.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Happy days.
Yeah, but
Highlights.
no, because I know you need to end soon as well. Oh, right, what I'm gonna say is, I see Fred being at Manchester United for a good 2 years plus now. I see him being there for another 2+ years, so probably 4 years maximum. The reason why I say that is he can be an impact player on the bench, but Ollie just loves him so much, and I love that Ollie loves him so much, and he loves Ollie so much because this is what football needs to be about: the manager and the players being friends, and that's why Jose Mourinho was never the manager to take us forward. Because as much as he might have won us trophies, yeah, but when you've got that bond with the players, no, because half the players in that team right now would have got sold. Facts.
That's one point that I always made when people talk about Ollie. Is Ollie understands what the relationship between the manager and players has to be, and what the relationship between players and other players has to be. That's why they're playing for him. And like I said before, until I see the team not turning up for Ollie, and quite clearly not turning up for Ollie, then obviously we've got a problem. But I don't see that happening. Sorry if you can hear my cat in the background. I'll just mute.
So I'm going to ask you all. We're going to finish up now. Please, there's 7 or 8 of you in the stream right now. Please do hit the like button.
Smash it!
If you can do that, would be great. And I just want to ask you before we leave, your favourite team outside of the Premier League? Let's go for it. Talk.
I'd probably say I've got to go Marseille because of the connections. Vive la Marseille, huh?
Viva Marseille. Viva Marseille. Charlie.
Fluminense.
Of course it is. Of course it is. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's easy, isn't it? Chris.
I would say Club Nacional, Uruguay.
Brilliant. Brilliant choice. Club Nacional from Uruguay.
Nacional.
Nacional, sorry, tongue-tied there. So.
Apologies, Molly.
No, you said it right, and Matt messed it up.
Oh, I said it right. I finally get one of these South American pronunciations right.
Ads, your favourite team outside of?
I need to watch them again because I haven't watched them since Fred left. So, how many times have I said Fred this year? No.
Are you sponsored? Are you sponsored by Fred?
Bro, I would happily sponsor Fred. I'm gonna say Shakhtar, man. I just love the way they just present themselves. Like even without Fernandinho and Fred, they still present themselves as a really good team. And you know what? I'm probably gonna watch their game this week. So man, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, big up to Shakhtar, man. Big up to the Ukrainian brothers.
I mean, I think you will like Shakhtar because Luis Castro is a brilliant manager.
Bro, they're solid. Second place, bro. Like I track them, but I just don't watch the games. I'm trying to say.
I think you will know how good Mana Solomon and Tete are if you watch their games. They're fucking amazing.
I'll tell you, Anthony, my cousin, supports Bahia. By the way, Anthony, we want to see you back here.
Yeah.
For the love of God, we miss you. Yeah.
Really do, mate. You're a hero, actually, to me, because you actually said something about it and you're in the backgrounds, mate. So to me, mate, you know what happened, bro. Love you, man. Much respect, mate. I know who you are, bro. You're more than welcome on any time. Everybody, shout out your social medias. Let everyone know where you are. And before we do that, please do smash.
Really helps us out.
So, where can we find you, mate?
Yeah, find me at SFeatly TV and also on Twitter at iTalkMU.
Brilliant. Charlie?
Yeah, find me on Twitter at Marley Chillin. Find me here. Find me on Steven's channel as well, very frequently. And support everyone else.
Excellent. Chris?
Chris LFC66 on Twitter.
Cheers, Chris. And last but not least, our Fred of the day and GNA TV, the man that is Ads. Where can we find
yeah, man. Thanks for having me on the show. You can find me at Adzills, ADZILLZ on Twitter. You can also find me at ad.zills on Instagram. And also, you find me on GNA TV as well. We're doing a return stream tomorrow. And yeah, man, big up to Fred. Big up to all the players at Shakhtar. Yeah, I'd like to see them win a trophy this season.
So would I. Like that'd be good because then we can try and buy more of their players.
Yeah.
Come on, like it works. Everybody, take care and have a pleasant rest of your week and have a good Monday night. Take care, everybody, and
Ciao.
ciao.
Ciao.